All right, mile a day, day 4. Look at my my heater here. Woo! A little off balance. So the last couple of these, I've been talking about a theory I have. First things first, we're on the treadmill. Let's click start. I'm very cold, so I have my woo! Let's go up to 2 incline and 2.5 on the speed. I'm cold. I'm cold. I have this fat burner that I've been taking. It makes you sweat uncontrollably, which is pretty standard. Some fat burners. This one's very strong enough, and you sweat no matter what. Sunny, cold, you sweat. You got your hoodie on, but then you keep sweating, and you go from being hot, and then you go to like icy. You're like, you shiver, and it feels like your blood, which was circulating, then recedes, and the tips of my fingers get like when you do this, squeeze tight, and the blood goes out of your hand a little bit. See how it's yellow for my skin color, but you push the blood out, the tips of your fingers get cold. So this heater thing is giving me life. Mile a day. This is number 4 in a row. I just got done running, and I ran 3 miles this morning. I just ran, and then I did a gym workout, short gym workout just now. I ran 2 miles just now after the gym workout, and now I'm on my mile a day. Remember, this is not about, ooh, I'm cold. I've been loving these, and if you don't know by now, we rant on these things. The key to this video was anyone could do a mile a day, but it's got to be extra on top of your workouts that you're already working on. So I did my 3 miles this morning. I did my mini gym workout just now, and then I went and ran 2 miles just now, and now I'm doing my mile a day. This will be my 6th mile for the day, and I have 1,000 calories, which means intense. I have 1,000 calories tonight at 5. It's 2 o'clock, 12:30. I had a bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, much too big, and by that I mean 2 or 3 servings of oats, but a lot of brown sugar, way too much, because I was refueling from my 3 miles this morning, and I knew I was about to do 2-mile run in this run. So whether that's an excuse to have a bunch of sugar and oatmeal, but that's the only thing I've had today. If you guys tuned in to the 2nd or 3rd mad video, we talked about this artificial sun, this one back here. Gotta work on it. The ideas that I've been having about these, I want to call them swamp cooler, the area heater, space heater, but just like an element, not an element because that's like legit fire, but space heater, a filament, right? It's a filament. You run electric current through it, and it holds heat. And see how they glow? They glow the heater. We could turn it a little bit. Yeah, just for now. See, now I'm walking on the back of the treadmill, and this clothing rack holding the heater is behind me. So in a weird way, this is like a type of threat fitness. Because if I fall, I'm gonna fall underneath, the heater will fall on top of me and create a nice little Pop-Tart, a Pop-Tart toaster style, very painful mark on my back, so not safe. But I was freezing because that fat burner was freezing. I was like, God, I gotta get to this heater. Good thing it heats up really quick, and then I can feel it tattooing my back with a little bit of heat. It's not that powerful, but you know, if you stood closer to it, it would be great. Anyway, mile a day. I'm only gonna do a mile. I mean, yesterday I got lost when we were talking, and we did a mile and a half. But I'm hungry, haven't eaten anything. I'm gonna have 6 eggs, hard-boiled eggs. I have these little bags that I've been buying, 6 at a time, 6 eggs. Let's bump this thing up to 3. That's kind of where we've been at, 3. And incline is on 2. I always like to have some incline. I feel like it's just the way my calves work. Like a 2 or a 3 incline. It's, I don't know, feels more natural for me. Let's go a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Still want to get that heater in the picture. All right, so I'll be a little bit more strict on my diet, but 6 miles today is great. But also, most of what I did today was running. So I got to make sure that we burn off some muscle glycogen, what's energy that's stored in the cell within the muscle. So when you work it, the water content that's in a muscle that helps it contract. Sore. Oh, I did some bench press at the gym earlier. Yeah, but most of what I did was running. So I'm up to 6 miles. This is my 6th mile. For someone who doesn't run, and it's my weakness, let's see, my 3-mile run this morning, it was at an 8:30 pace. So 30, 40-minute run, average. Not bad for me because my shins have been really hurting me, just my left shin. But I found out it's not my shin that's the problem, it's my tight left quad. So I stretched it out a little bit because it was really hurting yesterday. I stretched it out all last night, and it was a lot better this morning. But instead of running a hard mile, or a faster mile, I wouldn't call it a hard mile, but it's been hard for me because running is my weakness. We ran a slow but steady, and by slow I mean like 9-minute pace, steady 5K. So it was 3.27 or something like that. I wanted to keep going to get 3.3 or whatever to be at an official 5K, but we were back at our destination. I felt accomplished. Click stop on my running app. Scratch, scratch. That'll turn red quickly. I don't know why it does that. Working on it. Anyway, the mile a day, I went on one of my runs 2 weeks ago or something like that. I was like, anyone can run a mile. I know all these people, myself included, I'm just trying to find answers for myself. I want to do more, I want to accomplish more. And I know the answers, you know the answers. If you want to accomplish more, you just got to do more. So I thought, what's something I can do, if this ever caught on, or I was able to share this video to an athlete, to an intermediate, or to a beginner, or to someone who is 800 pounds, that's even below beginner, right? Anybody can do a mile, walking, running, sprinting. You're walking at slow 20-minute pace, something slower than you would walk around your house. You go, 18 minutes, 20 minutes for 1 mile. Anyone can do that. I'm just thinking of something universally, and then an athlete could get value from it, or somewhere in the middle, if that's me, if I'm somewhere in the middle. As long as it's extra, you'll get value from it. You'll get benefit from it, right? Doesn't matter if you're a beginner and you do nothing, and this is the only thing you do, you'll get benefit for it because you're adding it into your routine. Eventually you would have to do more and more because your body gets used to the stimulus, or you can go faster, you can go longer. And an elite athlete, LeBron James, would get value from doing extra. It's just a stimulus to a body. It doesn't matter about the body. See, people focus on the body. What I want to focus on is the stimulus. Extra, so it's got to be on top of your plan, your workout routine. If you guys need a workout routine, let me know. I've been doing good, and I've been trying to be more and more of an example so that I can sell myself. Does that make sense? That's, I guess, at the end of the day, what the fitness industry is. And I'm great at getting other people results, but I never did actually focus enough. Because, you grow up and they tell you don't be self-absorbed, don't be, I don't know, it's just a whole negative connotation of people that are like self-absorbed, self-focused. At the end of the day, I should have been doing that all along. Should have been working like a exercise where you're working on it. But but doing that with my own self-confidence, my own ego, my own self-confidence, my own perception of myself. You know, these are things that we got to start working out. And the more and more, you might know this, but I know this because when you own a business, or I don't have a boss, I don't have coworkers, and you focus more and more on your work, and I'm not interested in dating. All of these add up to me learning that if someone, that's just my experience, I mean, you probably have the same thing, but a different situation, that's created the feeling that the older you get, the more you realize you don't need anyone but yourself. You need that. So, and what I mean by that is that if someone doesn't like you for who you are, if someone doesn't appreciate a move you're making, if somebody doesn't like for this, for that, at the end of the day, especially if you own a business and you're self-made in a way that, you know, can't nobody fire you, and I really feel passionate about a certain decision, or feel passionate about who I want to be, I can say, hit the road then. Oh, you don't like this, or you don't like that, all you do is work out, or you could say, the willingness, this is what I'm trying to say. You wasted the last 5 minutes. What I'm trying to say is the willingness to do it all alone, to be alone, I gotta work on it. I am working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. But the willingness to be alone, the willingness to do the work on your own, the willingness to lose friends, to lose suitors, to lose money, to lose opportunities is so freeing. It's so freeing. And you should really, I mean, I don't know if you can cultivate that life, but for me, myself, I'm looking at myself in the reflection here. I'm going to try to cultivate more of that. I call that true independence. More of a, have you ever heard of fuck you money, right? You get so much money, and can't nobody tell you shit because you're set. You don't have to grovel or, you know, fake your way through life, because you need people and you need things and you need your boss to like you and to keep you on the team. That's a thing called fuck you money, right? Where you're like, I'm set for life. I have everything I need, and can't nobody take that from me. It's called fuck you money, right? Where was I going? We need fuck you lifestyle, fuck you mentality, at least, because the money will come if we keep at it and we push hard enough, and you get smart and you get a right team around you and people help you out. But it should be a fuck you. How about, think of this, because I think about this all the time. You build yourself up. I see so many celebrities. You start from the bottom. These are people that we admire, people that we are inspired by, people that we idolize. Start from nothing, a lot of them. It's a very interesting correlation. They start from nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 0.62 on the mile. We're already past halfway. That's just an update. It's been 13 minutes. I have my heart rate sensor going. We're on a 2 incline and we're on a 3 speed on a standard commercial treadmill. I bought one and it's here, and it was very expensive, and I'm rocking a mile a day on it. Forgot what I was saying earlier. What was I saying earlier? That's what we do here. We rant as we do a mile a day. All right. Fuck you, money. Yeah, ideally the money comes, but it's the willingness to do it alone, the willingness to stand on it. Stand on it. Where you decide something, or you act a certain way, or you be who you want to be, and then the reaction is not good. I'm imagining a situation, the reaction is not good, you know. People are like, we don't like that, or we don't think that's going to work for you, and you feel a certain way about a situation, where now you got to make a decision. Do you backtrack? Do you change your ways? Reserve the right to always change my ways. You take a poll and you go, oh, that's not it. Okay, I'll do differently, or I'll be different, or I don't know, whatever the situation might be. Or do you stand on it? Where people say, if you're gonna be like that, we can't be friends. If you're gonna be at the gym all the time, then I'm not interested in a relationship with someone who's like that. You know, I need someone who's gonna go out and drink every weekend with me. It seems like most relationships are like this. You gotta go out and You know, I understand. I'm trying to imagine a relationship where you never go out, you know, you never live a little. That's not gonna work. But also, that's not where I'm at right now. And maybe that's not where you're at right now. Maybe you're in grind mode, but you gotta stand on that. When someone calls you out about something in your life, something that you feel passionate about, do you crumble? Or are we gonna have the fuck you mentality? I wish we had the money. Mentality to say, I made up my mind. I made up my mind. This is what we do. This is what we do. You don't like it? Hit the fucking bricks. I don't give a fuck about what you think, because I decided for my life, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I decided this is what it's gonna take. I thank you. Thank you for not liking this move that I'm making in my life. Thank you for not approving of this. Thank you for threatening me with removing yourself from my life. And you said, if you do this, I'm not gonna be. Thank you for that. Because now you expose yourself as someone who I don't want in my life. You've exposed yourself. And there doesn't have to be any hard feelings. There doesn't have to be any hard feelings. But you just cleaned up my life. You just helped me out. Because you walked yourself out of my life. I didn't even have to decide to confront you and say, this is not working out, you gotta do this. You decided you couldn't handle the greatness, the vibration that I'm on. And remember, there's no hard feelings. There's no hard feelings. And you know why? It's because I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm on my path. I'm on my path, and I've made up my mind to go this way. Now, you don't want to go this way with me. No hard feelings. Because, and you know why? Not the fact that there's no hard feelings. There's no feelings at all. I don't have an emotion about it. You come in with me, that's great. We're going this way. But also remember, I made up my mind, I'm going this way. So I don't have time for feelings. I'm not gonna stop, I'm not gonna deliberate, I'm not gonna, think about turning back. When your mind is made up, your mind's made up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 0.82. Almost there at a mile, 17 minutes in. Got a little water bottle right here. Got my artificial sun behind me. I'm looking forward to eating 6 eggs. I got a whole bag of broccoli. There's some other vegetables at the house where you steam it. Maybe I'll eat that. Plain broccoli. Steam a big old bowl of it. Way too much, it's like 3 servings. Only comes out to 120 calories for the whole thing. Big old bowl. And I put this spicy salsa that I have on top. I used to put a little bit of butter, at least for the rice broccoli that I have. Like a tablespoon of butter, 200 calories of butter, and a bunch of salt. But I found out salsa, way less sodium, and great flavor. The butter was for the flavor. So now I'm saving calories by not using the butter and the salt. And the salsa is a lot of fun. Spicy salsa, kind of fills you up a little bit. Yeah, we're almost there. We're in the homecoming stretch. Got a little bit of a side ache right here, not because of the strap, but just got done running. I'm gonna get more of a tan. I did run with my shirt off, even though the pills, like I mentioned earlier in this video, had me shivering a little bit. So I was running a little faster because of that. But also, the shorts that I put on YouTube, the short videos, if you ever go check them out, they do better when my shirt's off. So, but I wanted to get some sun. The sun's out. It's just a little chillier today. So I was running faster, and by the time I got into a rhythm, I did actually sweat a little bit. But then when you stop sweating, I got cold a little bit, so I got here. Also, on my way here, I'm hungry, and I want to get this mile done, and I was eager to film this, and talk to you guys, talk to myself in the future, that I didn't get gas. So now I have a notification on the dashboard of my car that if you don't get gas within 8 miles, I don't know what happens after that. 8 miles. You got 8 miles. Ding. And every time I'm driving, you can tell by the way you're driving, it's being generous with 8 miles, because I'll drive 1 mile and it goes, you have 5 miles left, and you go like, what? Yeah, because I'll be zooming everywhere, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 0.94 on this mile. Almost 20 minutes here. Can't dedicate 20 minutes of your time to do an extra mile a day. That's what this is all about. When you do more, you get more. So I ran 3 miles this morning. I normally run 2. I ran 3 miles this morning. I went to the gym. I did some bench a little bit. I did the bike hard until I was sweating. It's kind of a warm up. And then I went and did my 2-mile run just now. Got some sun. Now I'm here doing this. This is my 6th mile, my 3rd mile for the afternoon. So I do 3 miles at 3 a.m. And I go home, I work 5 to 7 a.m. Almost a mile here. I sleep from 7:30 to 9:30, so hour and a half, 2 hours depending. And then I go work out at 10, 10:30, and it's been an hour and a half, 2 hours on the sensor. I track my calories. I ran 6 miles today. Good stuff. And I have one final workout on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I work out with my crew at 5 p.m. And with their presence, I always get a great workout. It's different when no one's around. My heart rate sensor says 0. I'm still living. Okay, there it is. I thought I was dying, which wouldn't be such a bad thing. We're past a mile, ladies and gentlemen. We're past a mile. Go down to 0 incline. Go down to, just stop it, I guess. All right, 21 minutes. We'll talk again. I want to try to do this every day. You know, in the future, the camera's going to be different. I imagine a giant circle of like a podcast setup, and we have 6 different people. There's a cameraman in the middle of the circle. Imagine all the treadmills. Okay, imagine 4 treadmills. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's a pulpit here where there's a cameraman. And then we're all walking our mile a day or whatever it might be. Or maybe we take turns running. It could be a whole thing. But there's a cameraman, and we all have nice mics, nice camera. And it's like a podcast setup where we're having a conversation. That could be fun. No shirts allowed. I think we're gonna do, what are we gonna do tonight? T-bar row, bent over row. We have landmines that go inside bumper plates, and then you put the, barbell in it, and then it's T-bar row. So then we have the V-bar attachment, right, for the back. We're gonna do a drop set where we get a certain amount of weight on there, plus a 10, a 10, a 10, and a 10. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 reps, and you throw off a 10 real quick, and 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 12 reps, throw it off. Because the back muscle, it's like in the reps we trust, The more reps that you can, you're gonna force some blood in, the back, unlike the front of your body, where you can lock out, the back, you can't lock out the back. It's a squeeze, it's a pump muscle. So in the reps we trust. I gotta work on it. But the more reps, the more blood you pump in that muscle, the sorer it gets. I'll tell you, it gets sore. And yeah, we rant here, but we always do extra, do more.